Hello, Jai Gurudev. Um, this might be a good first lesson for folks who have actually tuned the guitar. They've learned how they've gone to the. You can either go to the Fender app that I had shared in the other post to tune a guitar, or there's also a website online where you can play the sound and it gives you a certain frequency. So after you've tuned the guitar, the guitar is tuned, this might be and you're just starting out and you don't want a lot of theory. You just want to make some sounds of the chords. So in that case, I think good chords to start would be A, D, E. So A, D, and E, these are actually, these are relative chords. So, when you, in the scale of, in the key of A, you can pretty much a lot of bhajans, a lot of songs will just follow the same pattern. And so we can just learn that. The first thing I would suggest you to do is, play the guitar simply, each string simply with a thumb, each of the strings. Is it making a good sound? Is it making a clean sound? That should be a focus. And then go to the chord chart and get the A chord. I'll put it in the note there on the blog. But this is the A post, so A chord. So once you know from the chart, you can read the chord. The first sort of step would be to translate that chart, whatever you see. And what you'll see in the chart, you'll see that the fourth finger, which is your pinky here, fourth finger sits in the second string, in the second fret. Third finger sits in the third string of the second fret. Fourth finger still sits in the second fret, but it's in the fourth string. Oh, this is the fourth finger, third finger, and second finger. Sorry. So the goal would be, A is to translate that. Just press the chord somehow. And the goal still is to make every string sound clear. See, I'm pressing the strings and it's still sounding clear. So what happens is when you first start out, it's not going to sound like this. The fingers are going to be all, sort of all over the place. It's going to step on each other. So you could start with like just one note each. Like just take the second finger. So that second finger is clear. Then the third finger. And then the fourth finger. So individually you can try to make each sound clear. So you start on the A note for the A chord. You can play all the strings actually. Or you can play from the fifth string if you want. So it's going to take some time for this sound to come clear, or to come clean. So I would say, just sit down and first, sometimes it's going to sound as bad as this, and you say, oh, I got to press it some more. So the question may be, how hard should I press it? I would say just press it hard enough so that you get a clear sound. After a point, there's no point pressing it too hard, because you'll just start hurting your fingers. So just hard enough so that the sound is clear. So I think what we learned is, if you were to wrap up, we just sort of summarize, we learned you pick up a chord chart, you look at the fingering, I want to learn the A chord, and you somehow translate that chord chart into your finger positions on the guitar, and you've learned that in order to get a sound of the chord to sound good, you've got to play each note clearly. And it might take a few days, it might take a week for it to start sounding clearly. So what you would do is you do the same thing for pretty much any chord. I think for today's exercise you could do it for the first A, D, and E major. A, D, E. So you can do the same thing here. Again, you'll figure out the chord chart and you do again E. So that may so what I think once you get this right, if you'll start noticing is with this chord you can sing any, if you sing in the key of A major, you can sing pretty much any bhajan. And if you notice, the bhajan pattern typically follow this A, D, E. It's like the 1, 4. When I say D is like A, B, C, D. D is the fourth sort of note, if you will, in the key of A. So 1, 4, A, B, C, D, E. E is the fifth. So it's 1, 4, and 5. If you'll notice, whichever key we'll play in future, it'll be 1, 4, 5. So you're playing 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5 in the key of A major. And just as a bonus, just to say, what are some of the bhajans I meant, like go Krishna Krishna Govinda 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 Sham Radhe Krishna Govinda Sham Radhe Krishna. Obviously this is too low for me, but all I'm saying is, pretty much any bhajan can be sung like Jai Jai Bhavani Ma Ambe Bhavani Ma what else? Narayana Hari Om. So yeah, just familiarize yourself with these 3 chords and just learn the art of picking up any chord, looking up the chord chart on the internet or on the chord chart that I provide, and translate that to the guitar and just practice it slowly. Thank you, and Jai Gurudev.